in my mind, being totally blind, they say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Well, to me, you're all beautiful people. And, I really look on today as a real turning point in this community. When we first started organizing this event, it was really obvious that there was a strong desire in Central Vancouver Island from community members to really work towards positive change. And, I can really see this as a really positive springboard to make true change take place. And I really strongly encourage all of you to take all this information that was shared today, take it to heart, take it home, take it to work, take it to wherever you play, and use it, and spread the word, and encourage others to really pay attention to our past so that we can benefit our present and our future. And I really have to truly say that, my negative experience in the Alberta Indian Residential School is back there. And a positive future in Central Vancouver Island and Nanaimo for me is up ahead. And I thank you for that.
Today gives us an opportunity to look at individuals, no matter, their flaws, no matter what their stumbling blocks were, that we are able to show them agape love, unconditional, no matter, what they do. We still care. And with this wisdom, that I've taken, I'm still working on me, but it gives me the tools that I need to help others that are still struggling or still aren't on their path in life. And that's what we all are called to do, is help those that have stumbled and fallen and pick them up and say, hey, I've been there, I've learn from me. So I think it's a great opportunity.
As a survivor of 10 years in Alberta, I hope I can get through this. I would like to thank every one of you for being here today, because all I've ever wanted was the story to be told and believed.
Why isn't Stephen Harper here listening to these terrible stories? We were so mad. And then to have this film come up with these amazing school kids who got it in a minute, and they totally understood the injustice of it, and obviously just that half a day it transformed them. So, and then I felt so hopeful. I think all of us did. It's like, okay, forget about Harper, lost cause. These kids are the next thing. So thank you.
And one of the nicknames for the Métis people in Canada is the Forgotten People. And the Métis people are one of three groups of Canadians Aboriginal people, and many of our Métis people were also taken into residential schools. So I'm asking the educators and the planners of future events to not forget the Métis people, and to please include our history in the residential schools as well. Thank you.
I just wanted to talk about forgiveness and forgiveness in my life. I didn't realize how angry and how afraid I was. And one thing that was really preventing me from accessing that and moving on that was learning to forgive family and people, learning to forgive myself. feels really important for me to just say that was a very hard thing for me to do, that there's a lot of fear around that, a lot of fear of being vulnerable, and that it's possible. I didn't know how that I was going to forgive, but once I started getting on that path and finding people that could help me do that, you know, I was able to in large measures. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that it's possible to forgive. And my life is so much better since I've done that. So, thank you.
Had a moment while our guest speaker was speaking, and when I was listening to you speak and you paused to heal, I thought that was such a beautiful and raw moment. And in that moment, I felt like we were all healing.
One of the things that I have encountered personally because of my choice of partner was that the kind of treatment of the Aboriginals in North America and elsewhere around the world, any minority oppressed peoples, my family through my life has experienced personally, and that is the Persian refugees who come to North America to get away from the oppression of the government of Iran. And they have a very close emotional connection to what is occurring within the Aboriginal community.
I guess I came here today because I teach social studies at John University, and we service a large Aboriginal population there. And I've been trying to introduce this material to the social studies curriculum, and well, we're kind of holding a top row if you take a farming analogy. I guess I'm following on the footsteps of our courageous guest speaker. Last moment he mentioned that we have to ask for help. I'm going to need help. This is difficult material. I'm going to need help beyond today. I'm going to need community resources. I'm going to need meetings like this to keep happening. I'm going to need resources put into the school. I'm going to need a lot of help because I realized today that even though I think I'm mentally ready to deliver this material to my kids, my wheel's not balanced, and I'm going to need to work on those other aspects. This is tough material to deliver, so I'm going to need your help. Thank you.
I'd really like to thank the speakers today. I know it's a big part of their healing, and it's a big part of creating awareness. I was in a program, in an adoption program, and there's a big portion of it that's based around residential school and the effects of residential school and how that trickles into today's society. And some of the people in that program were sharing their stories and sharing things that happen in their communities. And there was an elderly fellow in the same course, and when somebody just got through a really traumatic story, and at the end of it, he kind of put his nose up in the air, and he goes, "I don't believe that happened." I had to step back and think about what all of these survivors have actually gone through. That is exactly the mentality that they're speaking of, that they weren't believed, that nobody believed, well, that these things could actually happen, that these happen in our backyards and in our society. But I think with this group of people that I see in this room, all these people that want to be here, and we're all, like you said earlier, we're part of this healing process. And that's all we can do is keep moving forward. I just want to thank everybody for being here, and thanks for this opportunity.
I never believed in my wildest dreams that I had a racial bias in my body until I walked through this door and realized how ignorant I was. When I was growing up, I was taught that reservations, and again, forgive me for the words, were dirty. and that people didn't care about their families, and that they were just put there. I didn't understand. When I was growing up, I was told that Indians were dirty. I was told they were drunks, that they didn't know any better. I'm a Canadian. I'm not as proud as I once was this moment, and yet I feel no guilt. This day, you changed me. This day, you gave me an opportunity to take this message to somebody else. There is no mistake that the rains today are here for a reason, because every drop are the ancestors in joy for the moment that we get to share together. Because of you and this amazing group that I've shared today with, I get the blessing to work with other people every day and share this message. Because of you and your bravery to step forth and tell your stories, to share your wisdom, and for us simply to have an opportunity to have compassionate dialogue, I am a changed person, and I can help change someone else. It has been a privilege to be in this room today. I'm very grateful. Thank you so much.
Just want to honor the people that have passed away that never got the chance to get up and speak like people here today can. Because they have a story to tell, and they are all part of our story in moving forward. Thank you.
Hello, just ask a question. In the whale, and my name is going to be Mac from Joseph, and I wanted to just emphasize some of the ladies were asking me questions today, and I have been really honored because I am First Nations, and as our teachings were told to me that they were nothing, they were heathenistic. And I was really honored to be able to talk to them. They asked me what the medicine wheel was, and I showed them my ring. I said, even if you put spirituality off, if it breaks its leg, or mental, if it breaks down, or the physical, or emotional,